Welcome to Mining Now, and this is the Australia edition. And today we're featuring PrecisionScreen, and we have with us Jonny McMurtry, who's the COO of PrecisionScreen. So welcome, Jonny.
G'day, how you going? And thanks very much for having us on.
Good. And we talked before about the accent, the mix of accents we have on here. There's obviously a Canadian one, although I don't hear it, but you've got a bit of an Irish background as well.
Yeah, Irish accent with a tinge of Australian to it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's good. Well, thanks for joining us. And we like to start out with a bit of personal background. So, uh, how did you get involved in the industry, and then more specifically with Precision Screen?
look, I've been fortunate. I started with Precision Screen about 17 years ago. So interestingly enough, I came through a graduate scheme, which was organised in Northern Ireland. So actually, a lot of the mobile crushing and screening industry is heavily manufactured, produced in the middle of Northern Ireland. So I came through a graduate scheme and was placed with what is now, it used to be FinTech, now the Sandvik factory. So Sandvik manufactures the part of their mobile crushing and screening portfolio in the middle of Ireland. So initially started there and then was fortunate to be placed with PrecisionScreen. And as I say, I've been with PrecisionScreen now 17 years. So started off initially as an area salesman, looking after sort of Victoria, the Melbourne area. Worked my way through the company, moved into spare parts, sort of after sales support, and now I've been offered the opportunity to be COO of PrecisionScreen for the past 18 months. So yeah.
Yeah, well, so what does Precision Screen do? I mean, I know I've got a bit of I've done a bit of research there, but for our audience, just expand a bit on it.
Yeah, look, PrecisionScreen, so we've been going for, I think it's 38 years this year, maybe 39. What we do is Harold Kerr's the managing director. He has been involved in mobile crushing and screening industry for, must be about 40, 50 years. He initially started off in Finley and came out to Australia to initially set up Finley and then moved into power screen machines. So while he was covering, that area and fulfilling that role, he started to design his own machines. So where PrecisionScreen or what PrecisionScreen offers to the industry is we offer a bespoke or slightly different adaptations to the mobile crushing and screening offerings that are offered into the market or into the industry. So we specialize in whether it's something slightly smaller, slightly larger, compared to the market or industry standard, that's offered by the likes of Terex or Sandvik or McCluskey or similar sort of customers. We also offer sand washing equipment or washing equipment, pre-coating equipment as well. So we offer equipment or solutions which just aren't the industry standard. And again, look, we're one of the sole or one of the remaining manufacturers in Australia. A lot of the equipment that's used in the above ground mining or quarry applications is imported. So we're probably one of the last standing manufacturers in Australia. And that we're fortunate to design, manufacture, and assemble in our Brisbane factory, and then send the machines that we offer nationwide and overseas as well. So.
Let's talk about our heavy industry tour brought to you by Savannah Equipment, supplying mining equipment worldwide, and Geograph, solving customer challenges through innovation and design, higher performing parts, engineered solutions, on-time spare parts supply, and high-quality repairs. We are heading to events across North America and Australia and filming episodes on location. Email us at info@crownsmen.com to be part of Crownsmen's Heavy Industry World Tour. Bentech Group is an industry leader when it comes to design, engineering, and manufacturing. Bentech specializes in engineered safety and efficiency equipment such as access platforms, heavy-duty workbenches, work stands and trestles, material and equipment storage, and a range of lifting and handling solutions to maximize safety for your personnel. But that's not their only area of expertise. Bentech also supply high-performance OEM replacement parts for mobile equipment. Bentech's rocks mining parts are built better, eliminating downtime and maximizing efficiency. Visit bentechgroup.com.au today to explore their range. Introducing RemScan by Ziltech, the game changer for rapid hydrocarbon soil measurement. Get accurate petroleum hydrocarbon readings in under 30 seconds. No consumables, no wait time. Just scan your sample for on-the-spot result. Perfect for emergency spill response, spill delineation, excavation chasing, and bioremediation monitoring. RemScan is trusted by top industries and backed by independent verifications. Make real-time decisions without the lab wait or expense. Discover more at Ziltech.com or email them at info@ziltech.com. RemScan by Ziltech, the future of rapid soil assessment. Orica Digital Solutions seamlessly connects customers' physical and digital worlds so they can readily understand and optimize operations at every step of the value chain, from exploration to processing. Whether deployed individually or as a whole, Orica Digital Solutions technologies deliver intelligence for open cut and underground mines to make more precise and faster decisions. With a complete, timely, and accurate picture, operations can adapt to improve safety, drive productivity, reduce costs, and environmental impacts. To learn more about Orica Digital Solutions, visit orica.com/digital solutions today.
Well, one thing, my background is underground mining, and I've come to learn not only how important the gravel and quarry industry is, but how large it is. And what part of that, or what part of your client base is gravel quarry, and what part is what we would call open pit or metals mining?
It's an interesting, and again, because of the size, scope, and type of units that we offer, we our customer base is diverse, to call it that. We obviously deal with a lot of that open pit customers or clients that you talk about. We have ongoing engagements with the likes of Boral, Wholesome, Hanson's. Your big players within the Australian market, but then a lot of our customer base as well is just owner operator, small quarry owners as well, who do possibly some remote or shower work across the country as well. So I guess that's the interesting part for us, is that juggle between the big nationals or the big companies right down to the smaller owner operators who, again, have similar needs or similar requirements from the machines as well, but again, just have different specifications on what they're trying to produce or how much they're trying to produce as well. So that's an interesting struggle for us to make sure we get that blend of equipment and blend of manufacturing strategy correct to match all these customers. But we've been doing it now for 30 or 39 years, so hopefully we're doing something right at this stage.
Well, that's something that from visiting your website and seeing a bit of background, that's something I learned is I always pictured this type of equipment would be you'd open a catalog and decide which one you wanted, and maybe that's what some manufacturers do. And you alluded to that when you talked about your different client base, but there's a fair bit of customization involved, from what I understand.
Absolutely, and I guess that's where we come, into our own. Look, as I say, we understand and acknowledge that there's a lot of machines that are imported in from overseas, and they're built to, we recognize economies of scale, and for a lot of these machines that, as you said, it's almost a cookie cutter process for some of the tracked equipment. It's made to a certain price, and we can't always compete with that price. We certainly try to, but where we come into our own is the customization of equipment as well. We are comfortable in having meeting with customers, understanding their needs or requirements, and customizing our equipment to suit their needs. And that even includes imported equipment as well. We can adapt or modify some offerings that we can offer to the customers or clients, just to make sure that what they have working on their side is exactly what they need for the particular jobs or contracts that they're trying to fill. So.
Revolutionize your mining operations with MassPro's engineering excellence. Their engineering talent can transform your mining machinery, supercharge your productivity, and improve your equipment optimization. Your success is their mission, and they're prepared to take your mining operations to new heights by maximizing efficiency, safety, and ore extraction like never before. Head to masspro.com.au for further information. Hey, mining enthusiasts! Registration for CIM Connect 2024 Vancouver from May 12th to 15th is now open. Last year, this convention had over 6,800 participants from 60 countries, with 1,796 delegates, 702 booths, and 320 presentations. Secure your spot and register now at convention.cim.org. CIM Connect 2024, where quality and innovation define the experience. If you're treating refractory gold or complex ores, then you need How to Leach Difficulty or Varying Feeds and Recover More. It's packed with cases and papers on Albion Process leaching technology. But it also has the world's first online calculator. It's free, and you'll learn what CapEx and OpEx you'll need for Albion Process to treat your feed. You need Albion Process to liberate your refractory locked gold. To get your pack and use the free calculator, click the link in the description below. Solving the complexities of operational efficiency, safety and compliance, and asset management in mining can be a significant headache. Madison Technologies understands these challenges, and with over 3 decades of industrial communications experience, they're not just a supplier, but a transformative partner in digitization. Madison Technologies accelerates the digital journey of their clients, and together with global technology vendors, they deliver practical, real-world solutions. Visit madison.tech to discover how they can help you unlock future potential with Mining 4.0 solutions.
Well, the company, and I looked a little bit at the history, and from a small family-owned startup, if I'm correct, it's grown substantially and grown a lot during your time there. So you've seen an evolution in the company, and tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, look, as we being a manufacturer, we try to cover a lot of bases as well. We both manufacture and import. So we have imported different equipment over the years into Australia and sold and supported these machines. But yeah, over the past few years, look, I'm sure like many industries and many countries across the world, COVID was a massive leveler for the industry, and that those supply chains were really impacted. Importing equipment into Australia was particularly hard. Logistically, trying to move machines, from one side of the world, as I say, a heavy population of the machines for our industry comes from Europe in particular, so particularly UK and Ireland. So to try to get machines into Australia from these pockets of the world was particularly hard. So look, we assessed and evolved. As I say, we really doubled down on our own equipment, our own style of machinery and what we were doing, and really have focused heavily on the past sort of 2-3 years, particularly on that. Now that machines are coming, more accessible or more readily into the country, again, that customization has been a big focus for us over the past couple of years as well. So customers are finding machines more readily now, but again, we're still there to offer our own offerings or offer an Australian manufactured equivalent for what they could possibly import, but also the ability to modify equipment to suit. That's something that certainly strengthened up our brand and what we're trying to achieve over the past few years. So.
With that internal engineering expertise, I'm interested because I'm from a contracting background. I always think about what we call early contractor involvement, but there is the obvious procurement process where someone just sends you a request for tender or proposal. But do you get involved earlier in the process with some clients where you actually help them with their design base?
Look, we do, and that's where we try to understand the customer's application, what they're trying to achieve. As you said, we like to get involved as early as possible in understanding what's their primary product, what's their aim for particular projects, particular contracts, as opposed to trying to tailor or modify a machine to suit. So that's we can getting a better understanding of what the customer is trying to achieve or what's the outcomes proposed for the particular project or particular contract allows us to better cater for or make a better offering to suit what's actually required. So, and again, because we do our entire process is done under one roof, the procurement process, the engineering process, right through to fabrication assembly. That's we're able to check, monitor, and quality assure the process all the way through as well. So look, but for us, it's more about we really focus on the customer needs, the customer requirements, and offer, I mean, anything that we possibly can to suit and match their needs.
So, so what happens next? Like, so I'm a client, and I've just bought a piece of equipment from you. Is there some training involved in maintenance, or do you provide uh, ongoing services with operations as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So, look, from point of sale, obviously we follow the machine to site and, I mean, do a complete on-site handover, offer on-site training. And again, look, we've adapted. We can offer things right time. We've stepped up our digital game, post COVID as well. Again, the limited travel even within Australia was particularly hard. So we make sure we do online training via Zoom or digital links or whatever. And then also right down to being able to digitally share manuals, training packages. We've updated some of our machines, so our pug mill machines. We've got a new IFM hardware installed on it, where it actually digitally saves the manuals and some training programs and packages actually on the screens of the machine. So again, just Australia is such a vast place, very much like Canada. Sometimes you just can't get to the locations where the machines are. So to have the information accessible to the customer or the person operating the machine is critically important for us as well, just from a geographical point of view. So look, yeah, we obviously offer as much in-person training and support as possible. But I guess one of the big focus for us is to create or manufacture a machine with the operator's point of view, to make sure that it's usable and understandable from their point of view as well. And then any information we have to or want to share with them, we can do initially in a digital format, and then support in person if we have to as well.
Well, you just mentioned Australia and Canada are similar, and I won't debate that point, but we did get some snow today here, so so there are some differences, but I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah.
And in terms of the market, I mean, you're based in Brisbane yourself, and certainly Australia is or was your base market, but you're expanding beyond the continent, beyond the island. Where are you guys now?
Oh, like we have exported for a few years. Yeah, probably our 90, over 90% of our customer base would be within Australia. But we obviously service the likes of New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Pacific Islands as well. Because just, purely down to locality. We have exported machines all across the world. We've worked with a company, I think has been on your program or certainly advertised with yourselves, next door. They've been looking at exporting some of our conveyors, some of our Australian manufactured conveyors, into other countries such as Brazil. So look, yeah, we're trying to spread our wings a bit, but yeah, look, our predominant areas are Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, again, purely on locality and ability to service and support. So.
Now, I saw in the notes uh, which I thought was interesting, is Ireland.
Mhm.
Uh, and do you have an office there? And maybe I'm starting to figure out the connection now.
Look, absolutely. We have an office. We have an office in Northern Ireland, and again, look, that was really set up for just to take advantage of the knowledge base that's in the middle of Ireland. As I said, there's so many different, brands of machines and types of machines that are actually designed and manufactured in Ireland. To take an opportunity for the knowledge base that's there, and even the supply chains that are accessible, particularly in Ireland and the UK. That's why, say we obviously have strong ties, as you can tell by the accent, to Northern Ireland. As I say, so that's why we have a procurement base. It's mostly a procurement base in the middle of Ireland, but we have done some manufacturing and exported to Australia when things in particular were, it was at a boom stage in Australia a few years ago as well. So yeah.
I do want to emphasize that because a number of our viewers in mining now are metal mining.
Mhm.
And I'm going to repeat myself here because I was very surprised at the scope and the size of the aggregate industries. And Europe is quite interesting. I did visit an operation or I remember an operation in Scotland, a huge aggregate operation there. And It's big business everywhere, and a little bit different than what us underground miners would think of.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I was up in Mount Isa quite recently, and obviously a heavy metals mining town. A lot of metal mining goes on around there, but their willingness as well to utilize the aggregates or quarry applications to um, beat some of their roadblocks or beat some of their bottlenecks as well has certainly taken off over the past 5, 10 years. Again, probably with that starvation of equipment coming in from overseas. So yeah, I was up in Mount Isa recently talking to them about ideas for hoppers or conveyors to try and work on their paste plants to go back down into the mines as well. So yeah, I think there's a growing appreciation from mining to aggregates, particularly in Australia. But it's good to hear that you're recognizing that there's definitely applications and definitely acknowledgements for both sides of the fence as well. So
We recently looked at one mine, and they have a road to build, and so the underground rock that they're bringing to surface, which traditionally would be waste, they're looking at crushing for the roadbed, because the aggregate in that area, there is no aggregate. It's a remote project. So maybe I'll send you a contact for them, because I think they're going to need some equipment. But what do you see in because your market is expanding, your company's expanding. What do you see in the next 5 years for PrecisionScreen?
It's interesting. So again, because of almost the harshness of environment for Australia, a big thing I see is coming up is washing equipment. So the washing of aggregates, washing of sands as well. Again, like the weather here is so harsh, and the environment's quite tough on machinery, on the aggregates and type of material that comes out of the ground as well. So water being a resource, it's actually getting more and more limited as well. So the making sure that you're using these resources in an effective manner is coming to the fore again. It's started off. We're entering into our summer months. It's been a particularly dry and hot start to our summers as well. So I think that we've seen a lot of inquiries over the past few months and building. I think 2024 and onwards for us as PrecisionScreen is going to be quite a big year for washing equipment. So whether that be aggregate, sand washing, that type of equipment, I can see that being a big theme over the next sort of 3-5 years as well. Also, a lot of contracts going around for us at the moment for our pug mill equipment. Great demand for, again, CTV, that type of production as well, for concrete's becoming harder and harder to come across. Would you believe, around Brisbane? There's so much development going on. So fellows are looking for mobile solutions for batching or similar sort of scenarios as well. So look, and again, with the more and more equipment coming in from overseas, again, as logistics improve and shipping times reduce as well, I think for us, there's going to be more opportunities for the modifications or adaptations to imported equipment. So that's where we've seen a big spike in the likes of pre-coating equipment or similar applications where we can modify or offer cost-effective solutions to adapt to equipment that's coming in for particular contracts, and then they want to find a second use or a second life from it. So that's where, we're certainly seeing a large volume of inquiries for how to adapt existing equipment or how to make equipment that's on site work harder for them, and sort of regather more monetary value from existing resources.
Well, I'm a little biased being an engineer myself, but the engineering capacity in your group has got to help in terms of being an agile company and being able to adapt and innovate as well, I imagine.
We've had some great examples over the past couple of years. Say we have an engineering team in Harold Kerr, the managing director. He's obviously leading that engineering team as well. And again, we come up with ideas, and the mobile side of the industry is a particular area that we're comfortable in as well. So manufacturing simple solutions with mobility in mind for the customer is something that we focus on and is at the forefront of our mind. We had an example, a good example for, we had a customer doing some stabilization of a material up in Townsville Airport. So they needed a scenario. They needed essentially a small silo or a small bin to feed into our pug mills. And again, from point of concept, design, fabricated, assembled, and on the site was as low as 6 weeks. So that's, as you said, yeah, to have our engineers again, and that's a mindset as well, to have our engineers willing to try something, work on some design concepts, put it out there to actually be fabricated, fit up, and then follow it to site and make sure everything works, is a real plus and a real positive for us as working in this industry. So.
If people track that KPI, that key performance indicator, that 6 weeks could well be some kind of record. That's for people that are familiar with procurement of major equipment. That's pretty impressive.
Again, pressure and customers' time constraints is a good motivator as well. So look, that's where they needed a solution quickly. So, but again, as you said, yeah, for us, we had to adapt, address, internally work through, and look, yeah, we got a positive result in the end for both us and the client. So that's what's really pleasing, and took many hands to get that done. So yeah.
Well, I bounced around a bit on this show. I find it very interesting. I always like learning about different aspects of the industry. But is there something that you would like to leave the audience with?
Look, I guess just really sort of hammer home that PrecisionScreen, we are proud, as you said, family or originated company. We're still a small company to call ourselves that. We only have 35 employees. But look, we just want to offer, our focus is the Australian industry as a whole and the customers within, or customers, clients within. We just want to offer solutions we're passionate about, the quarry mining industries. We want to offer ideas, solutions. We want customers to come to us with, problems they may have or bottlenecks they may face. And like we just hope, and that can be in Australia or on a global scale, like you're suggesting. But we're proud to have a team who we've got a lot of, I think we've got over 10 or 12 employees who have been with the company for 10 plus years. Who, again, they're passionate. We're passionate to both supply and support, the quarry and mining industry. So look, we'd encourage and welcome, customers or clients or whoever it may be from within Australia or across the world. Please reach out. We'd love to hear your ideas, your adaptations, your problems you may be facing, and hopefully we can offer some ideas or solutions to match your needs. So.
Okay, well. Thank you very much. We've been talking with Jonny McMurtry, who's the COO of PrecisionScreen, and exciting company with lots of great things happening. Jonny, thank you for joining us, and thank you, our audience, for joining another episode of Mining Now.